Hi everybody. So, all through the 30s and 40s, companies like Gibson and Rickenbacker made for other people. So they would make guitars. This Electro, you can see, this is actually a Rickenbacker 425. So it's that famous Rickenbacker sound. We bought this from a guy who wanted to look like Tom Petty, and it's a really cool, cheap way to get that Ricky sound with its toaster top pickup, but it says Electro on it, and that is something that they made for somebody else. But what made Rickenbacker famous was their steel guitars. They invented the first electric guitar, and the first electric guitar was a frying pan shaped aluminum bodied guitar. Later on they got into these type of things, and this is made of Bakelite. And Bakelite was designed by Dr. Baker. And I might bring in a friend here to explain exactly how that all went. Rickenbacker, when they were making, in the 30s, their aluminum body guitars, guys would be playing out, and they would be playing their aluminum body guitars in the south or in the sun or under stage lights, and they would change a little bit and change the tuning. What these Bakelite guitars do is they're very rigid and they're high sustain. This model, this Bakelite guitar for Rickenbacker, was hugely successful, and they made a lot of B6s like this. This is a 6-string, a B7, 7-string, B8s, and the very rare B10s. B7s are actually really rare. 8 strings are what guys that played guitar would play, that played steel guitar. And then as country music became huge in the 30s with the advent of records and stuff, these became really a necessary component. And I would encourage any of you that are out there playing, you can buy a steel guitar like this. These are good, functional. This is an old 40s Magnetone. This is about $250 with the case. I got this in stock. It's on our website. We've got quite a few just generic steel guitars, and it's something really to, if you have hand issues or anything, but it really makes a song when you can play one or two things in an alternate tuning and add that to a song, even you're playing live or on a recording. So this is a Rickenbacker B6, but it was made for Bronson. Bronson was a Hawaiian guitar company that sold a lot of Hawaiian music and stuff out of in Ohio. And so Rickenbacker made this. These Bronsons are more of this gold and brown color. And the Bakelite was something that Rickenbacker really had down, and they were advancing from other people. They made little Bakelite guitars, Spanish necks, round necks too, but give me 1 minute here, I'll show you. So, these are really a great investment. In the world of steel guitars, it's all about Rickenbackers and Fenders. They rule the roost. Gibsons are a number 3. Anything else fits into a different pile. There's a lot of great guitars from National made of Bakelite. There's a lot of great guitars, steel guitars out there. Now, Bakelite is a really interesting history. And I'm going to bring my friend Randy. Randy and I go way back. Randy used to work for Steve Martin back in the day, and Randy is a toy designer by trade and works with plastics, and he is a plastic historian. So I'm going to hand this video over to Randy Klimpert, and let's let him take it from there. I'll just play us out. Take it away, Randy.
I'm Randy Klimpert. Let's talk a minute or two or three about Bakelite. Now, first of all, don't say Bakelite, even though it kind of looks like that's how it should be pronounced, because maybe the plastic gets baked somehow. No, it's Bakelite because it was named after its inventor, Leo Bakelite, who was a Belgian chemist. He invented it in 1907. And it's the second real plastic after celluloid. But unlike celluloid, Bakelite is a kind of plastic called Thermoset Plastic, which means that it's the result of two chemicals mixed together that give off heat, thermoset, when they set, and which like epoxy, which came much later. So in this case, the two chemicals are phenyl and formaldehyde, and thermoset also means it's highly resistant to heat, which means it doesn't melt when it gets hot. So that's why tube bases like this are also made out of Bakelite, and a lot of electronic parts like circuit boards and stuff are Bakelite. It means that you can tell a plastic is Bakelite too by rubbing it, like this jewelry. A lot of jewelry collectors do this, rubbing the plastic on something to get it warm, and then smelling it, and when it's warm, if it smells like the inside of a tube amp, you've got Bakelite. Okay, it was also the first plastic that's able to be molded, which means that you could make two big metal cavities, and you could squeeze them together, and you could shoot in the phenyl and formaldehyde mixture, and out of it would come a guitar, like this 1936 Ricky Panda, and it would come complete with all the details and like everything molded in like this is, although the Rickies are in two pieces to make the mold smaller, the neck and the body. But it means that you get practically a whole guitar every time when you mold it. And like these Rickies, very cool, both beautiful and sonically excellent, and all because of our little friend plastic, in this case, Bakelite.